Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for July 22nd, 2024. With us tonight, awesome to see Doug the Demon on with us. Sudsy, Sam, thanks for jumping in early. Appreciate it. Bruiser.
What?
They're catching on the
You gonna be a special guest referee?
Why is Suds frozen? See, Suds jinxed it. Suds totally jinxed himself. Look how frozen he is. And Xavier's in the background going, yep,
look at the dumb look on his face, too.
It's like,
no, guys, they're not frozen. They're just staying still to make it look frozen. It's all the act.
No, because Xavier is looking, going, yep, that's it. Oh, yep, he disconnected.
He's out of here. He's out of here.
He's gone. See ya. Adios. This, for those who have not seen my posting, my father did pass away last Wednesday, and this one's definitely for him. He was a person who thought, he always put up a good front that he knew what was going on with the sports, but didn't. And Doug and Suds can attest to that. It's
not nice to talk about Suds while he's not here.
Yeah, I know, But Suds can attest to it too because he witnessed it firsthand. Doug witnessed it firsthand. It's like, yeah, he tried to turn around and talk about it, but it's like, nope, not quite getting all of it. But he did like baseball. He did enjoy baseball. That was one he said when he was younger, he was pitching to one of his buddies and he hit him right in the face. And he said, Suds just messaged, it broke. I said 5 minutes, man. I said 5 minutes. I was not off at all. I was dead on. Literally.
For anybody who's actually sorry, George, but for anybody who's actually watching Monday Night Raw, I just want to know, did Seth Rollins dig up the corpse of Marilyn Monroe and put on her robe that they buried her in?
God.
Jesus.
Seth has become very elaborate lately. I mean, and the more it's like, hey, Becky, you got to reel
his outfits make Liberace look straight.
Oh no!
So wait a minute. Wow, we're off the rails early.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Is Seth officiating this match or something?
Yeah, he's a special guest referee.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna go over smooth.
It's a good way to. I mean, it's the proper way to involve him. Because then
it's gonna.
Because then you got Bad Blood in September, and you can do Punk and Rollins at Bad Blood.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
I'm so
George,
happy Bad Blood is back.
We just couldn't have you bring down the show with your dead dad talk.
Well, he's watching. It's all good.
I'm kidding, man. I'm just trying to make you giggle.
I know, and trust me.
If I go too far, tell me, and I'll.
I just boot you, and you have a nice.
Yeah, I was going to say he doesn't have to tell you. Just boot your ass.
I was going to say,
as a friend, he would tell me, "Hey, you hurt my feelings," and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to make a joke."
Yeah.
He'd text me.
I'd be like, "Okay, there's the line." I was like, "Okay, there's the line." Yeah.
Speaking of which, though. There's a comedian by the name of Chris Hardwick, and he was doing a stand-up special a couple of years ago. His dad had passed away, and he was talking about how he was a member of the Dead Dad Club now. He goes, unfortunately, the entry fee is one dead dad, or you can be grandfathered in.
Wow. Wow.
I was going to send you the clip. Because I was like, George will laugh.
Oh, wow. That's good.
But he was talking about it's weird that when you're at the funeral or at the memorial services, everybody's like, I'm so sorry. Let me know if there's anything I could do. And he goes, I just wanted to grab one person by the shoulder, shake him, and scream, "Can you bring my dad back?"
Yeah, thanks, Gail. Appreciate it. Yeah. And then of course, on top of all of that, Kelly having the stroke 6
Tell
days
her to
prior.
tell her to quit faking it.
That's even tougher. That's even tougher to know that I almost could have lost my wife and my dad in the same week. When I was on my way back from Toledo, that realization hit me, and I went, "Holy, my life could have just really went into the dumpster harder than it already was." That's crazy.
I'm glad she's doing okay. I really am.
She's doing better.
I want you to tell her to quit faking it, though, because you're spending too much time with Bryce at sports.
No, actually, Bryce is done for a little while.
Is he?
Yeah, Bryce is done for a little while. This is the pause before everything else in August, mid-August. So, no, we're it's a nice.
We
big
got hockey coming up soon.
Yes, you do.
Like, do you have any feeling back in her right side?
It's about 40%.
So she's getting it back slowly.
It's about no, it's about 40%. It's still the same.
Have you guys set up therapy and stuff for her? How's her speech?
Speech is good. That we're very happy. I'm very happy about that. The speech is good. The speech is really good.
Good.
So that I'm very happy that that's okay. Because like I said, after my grandfather had a couple of his, I know that was one big thing too. So
I mean, it truly must have been scary for you, and I do empathize and feel for you. But that's not going to stop me from making dark humor jokes, because that's how I cope.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's okay. When we were in the hospital, I'm sitting in the ER, and they're telling us that they were going to turn around and do the chest X-ray and a CT scan and everything, and said, they're going to sit there and scan her brain. And I wasn't thinking anything of it, but she was, because she turned and looked right at me and went, "Shut up." And I was like, "Oh, wow." So I wasn't the one thinking it. She was. I was like, "Well, okay, I'll just sit here and bite my tongue till it bleeds. Thank you." And it was one after another. And I'm going, "Guys, I need to leave the hospital because there are too many one-liners available here."
When Christina broke her arm, when she busted up her shoulder pretty good, and I took her to the ER, the one nurse and the doctor both asked her if she felt safe and okay at home. And there was a Medina City cop or a sheriff on duty at the hospital and had to come in and ask, right? Which, fine. Like, I totally get it, because that type of injury is a physical abuse injury, and the big mean tattooed husband's the one bringing her in. Like, I get it. But we're sitting there, and we've clearly established that no, she broke her arm doing something stupid. There's no abuse going on at home, but she's talking to the doctor. The doctor's asking her questions, and Christina would look at me, and I'd go like this at her. And the doctor started laughing.
It's like, yep.
And I told the nurse, because the nurse is like, the nurse goes, "Well, is there anything going on at home?" I'm like, "Look, man, I might be a pro wrestler, but she's a 2nd degree black belt. She could whoop my ass."
Absolutely.
I was like, "She's got the sharp knives. I don't."
My favorite part of one of the hospital visits, though, was they put the needle in her hand right here. instead of up the arm. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, she got the wrist one.
No, right in the webbing, dude. In the webbing.
Oh,
Yeah. Even I'm going, no. I mean, and they couldn't because they couldn't find veins in her arm. She's always been every time she's ever been in a hospital or doctor to give blood, they cannot get a vein. So they're using the ultrasound machine in the ER just in her hand and trying to move this needle around and jab her right in the webbing just to get the blood out. Well, after she's been in there a day or so, she asked, can they get it out of her hand and just go into the other arm? And they said, sure. So in walks this RN to turn around and do it. And she goes, I'm here to turn around and get, move the, her thing over to her arm. And she says, well, turn around and get some new blood out of her. And I turned around, I looked right at the nurse, and with the straightest face ever, I went, your odds are 75-1. Be my guest. And Kelly's like, oh, geez. And so she's like, I got this. I'm like, okay. So she goes, putting the little tourniquet thing on her thing, and she's looking, and she goes, okay. Leaves the room, comes back in with this thing on wheels. It looks almost like the microphone, and she turns it on, and it's a little green screen type thing that Matt sees your veins. I was like, well, you're cheating. I'm like, all right, still you're 50-1. And she goes, please. So sure enough, she sees it. She's got the needle in, and this one vein just keeps going and keeps moving away from the needle the whole time for for 3 straight minutes. And this nurse is trying to move it left and right. And in the meantime, Kelly's grabbing the bed going, argh! And
she's got rolling veins.
Before I started laughing my ass off, I says, okay, I need to go because I needed to come home and take care of Bryce and get dinner ready for him and everything else. And I just said, I'll see you tomorrow. I told Kelly, I said, I'll see you tomorrow. And she left, and she said they were at it for another 15 minutes, took her back down to ER, had to use the ultrasound machine again, and jabbed her like 6 more times to try to get the dang vein.
I
saw the nurse the next day, and I said, and how'd it go? She goes, you were right. I said, uh-huh. I said, ultrasounded it, didn't you? She goes, uh-huh. And I said, yep. I said, I knew. I just totally knew. I said, it's always been that way.
Diana's like that too.
Anytime I have to go get blood drawn, they get the old crusty black nurse to do it because she's the one that finds the vein instantly.
I was punished.
Uh-huh.
The gremlins in my gremlins in my computer said, "Go bite me."
I told you 5 minutes. I said 5 minutes.
I didn't make it 5 minutes, so you were wrong. Bite me.
No, I looked at the clock. It was 5
minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes.
You can go back and watch the video later. You'll see.
Well, what I realized
what was fantastic was Xavier behind you like this.
Yeah,
it was great.
Well, what happened was that the computer just got drilled with. My computer hadn't been turned on in like almost a month, since the last time we did a show. So everything wanted to download at one time, and this thing was. I got this thing when he was like 4 years old, so he's currently about to be 19.
Oh, you have a lot of updates going on.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me, I had to turn on my laptop.
Okay, George, I got a question. What did I do to Adam? What did I do to deserve these comments?
Speaking of broken laptops, Adam has a broken laptop, and he's also man down.
Well, I haven't seen Adam in so long. He never shows up.
Oh, he avoids me. He still hasn't forgiven me for March.
Well, he works a weird schedule at the moment too.
Yeah.
What'd you do to him in March?
Okay. Let me
ahead.
just so
Go ahead.
right during the start of NFL free agency, I had just finished up my show because I usually do my show earlier on Monday evenings before George and the guys do this. And all I did was go in the comments because I know that Adam is a Browns fan. I know that the Browns are big for them. So I just enlightened to say in the comments that Jameis Winston was in talks at the time to come in and be the backup to Deshaun Watson. Adam said he will never forgive me if it actually happened. As you can tell, it is the middle of July and he is still not forgiven me.
Well, hey, Winston is a legitimate quarterback, at least. I mean,
don't make this work.
You can't say that. No, you can't say that with a straight face. No, you can't say that with a straight face. No.
I can't say that with a straight face.
No, you can't. You did not.
30 guy.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Adam.
He's a legitimate quarterback. As a matter of fact, he's probably going to be your starter quarterback by week 6.
Oh,
if you didn't do that, we were about to have an incident from last week. If you didn't just do that, we were going to have another Bronny James freaking thing. Oh.
Suds, I don't know how. Yeah, no.
Okay, tell me when's the last time your starting quarterback made it to week 6 or made it 6 weeks as a quarterback for the Browns? 6 weeks. Tell me when the last time he was. Baker Mayfield. He's been off the team, what, now? 4 years now? It's a legitimate comment and it's a legitimate statement.
So you're going to try to put the trust in a guy who has thrown 30 interceptions before? There's no way that you would believe that.
Okay, put his numbers up against the current starting quarterback for Cleveland over the past 4 years. Go ahead.
What? All right, so wait, are we talking about?
He was suspended. You're trying to do career versus career.
No. I'm saying the last 4 years compared to the guy the last 4 years.
But you can't because our guy was suspended.
You can't because of the suspension.
Yeah.
That's my point. Okay, let's take away the suspension.
To stand on.
2 years. Just the last 2 years.
You're standing on a 3-legged table with 2.5 legs, jackass.
And Winston's been a backup the last 2 years. He's not even been a starter.
The other guy he's bad. He shouldn't even be on your team at this point. Your starting quarterback, the only reason he's there currently is his contract. You can't get rid of it.
Okay,
they cut him if it would. You cut him if it was the first contract.
Who are they going to cut him for?
I'm saying if you could, you would cut him.
For who?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it clearly does.
Yeah.
Because you can't cut him because of his contract.
But if we could, who were we going to cut him for
you
anyway?
You would have drafted somebody.
They still did. They drafted DTR last year.
You can't cut. I'm saying you cut. He has not. Hey, are you telling me since he's become a Cleveland Brown, he's performed well? Is that what you're saying to me?
Oh Jesus! Adam's going to call in through his phone. I swear to God.
I hope he does, because then you know what? Actually, no. Wait, hold on.
Adam's about to jump in through his. Adam's about to jump in through his phone.
No, keep this going, because guess what? You know what this will do? This will take everything that happened back in March. I'm off the hook now. I don't have to be a part of this anymore. I can finally be free of this. So Adam and I can be cool again.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is that this guy, I believe your quarterback's career is over, and they need to move on from him as quickly as possible. As soon as the contract, you're able to get out of his contract, get out of it and move on.
No. You actually have a solid quarterback.
He's a solid quarterback?
Yes, he's a solid quarterback.
What was his? What was his?
You
How many yards
actually
did he
have
throw last year?
stability in a position. Shut your mouth for a minute. Let me explain.
Okay.
You actually have stability at a position that you haven't had stability at since '99. We've all seen the meme of the jersey with 30 different names on it. You've had a guy for the last 3.5 years that has actually brought stability to the position, learned the offense. The offense has steadily improved. It has gotten better. You had a bunch of injuries. You had a bunch of injuries last year that hamstrung you in key areas. And now you're coming into the season healthy with a running back who just scared the entire NFL defense because of what they watched him do in the weight room. Like, you have a team that's coming with a vengeance this year. And oh, by the way, the rest of the AFC North with Lamar Jackson, an aging, single-minded quarterback, a rookie quarterback in Pittsburgh, and a recovering quarterback in Cincinnati, you can do a lot. So
there's a rookie quarterback in Pittsburgh.
Well,
what is that?
It is Russell Wilson 3.3 now. So
and his backup is Fields, who's in his 5th year.
Well, he'll be playing
rookies
under a real coach. So
you've got.
Well, you said rookie. I'm just pointing out.
They drafted a quarterback last year, didn't they, Suds? No, he was a fucking rookie.
Yeah, but he got traded.
Did he get traded?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't pay
there's
attention to
no
Steelers.
rookie quarterback in him.
Yeah, I know we don't pay too much attention to the Steelers, but yeah, they signed Russell Wilson and they pulled in Justin Fields.
So you signed Russell Wilson. That's a great upgrade. The guy who couldn't do anything in Denver where the altitude is so damn high that the ball carries another 40 yards. You expect him to do something in Pittsburgh in November?
He didn't do anything in Denver last year?
And no.
I don't want to hear his numbers. They are misleading.
And Justin Fields is returning kickoffs and playing wide receiver.
It's usually kind of what they do with those guys.
Here's the thing. I understand where the stuff with Deshaun Watson comes, and like they said, the suspension. Last year he had a shoulder problem. I get it. I get Watson since coming to Cleveland. There's been some things, but don't sit here and tell me that. Don't tell me that Jameis Winston gives them a better shot than Deshaun Watson. That's just outlandish. That is outlandish to the fullest. We need to remember something. The last time that Jameis Winston was a full-time starter, first of all, was 5 years ago on a team with Mike Evans, easily one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I think we can all agree there. Maybe not like top 5, but consistently one of the best in the league since entering it. Chris Godwin, a decent wide receiver too. 30 interceptions. Not 10, not 15, 30. That's like almost throwing 3 a game.
Russell Wilson's 2023, 3,070 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a rating of 98 for the Denver Broncos 2023.
How many games did he play in?
Well, he played all 16 games.
The numbers are slightly inflated against the crap teams of the 6 games that they had where he went off. But outside of that, no.
Yeah, and okay, those are good numbers. What did it?
Goes nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, where to get them? It didn't get them anywhere.
You want to tout Jameis Winston? You know the last time somebody threw 30 interceptions in a season? I was 5. I was 5. It happened in 1987. Richard Todd threw 30 interceptions in a season. So don't give me the Jameis Winston's a great quarterback speech.
Didn't say that. Your starting quarterback last year threw 1,115 yards.
Right.
Because he was hurt 3/4 of the year.
What did I just? He was hurt. I just said that he was hurt. Of course, he didn't throw a lot of
I'm
yards. He didn't play.
just giving out the numbers.
No. You're using the numbers that suit your argument and not looking at context and
Oh,
facts.
okay. 23 was 1,115. 22 was 1,102. The last time they don't have a 2021 on this thing because he obviously didn't play barely anything.
And he was suspended 9 games in 2022, and he was hurt for 6 or 7 in 2023.
The point is that he has yet to. How long has he been a Cleveland Brown now? Since 2021. So this is his 4th year.
No, 2022.
Yes.
Well, he signed in 2021, didn't he?
Right, but it was under suspension.
That's I was just saying. Last time he was with Houston was 2022 or 2020.
He got to start to play in 2022.
So Russell has put up more yards than your quarterback in one season than he did in the last 2.
Because Russell played the whole time.
That's kind of a good thing, quarterback staying healthy.
Well, when you get suspended and you can't do anything and you can't be at the facility and you can't do other trainings that you need to kind of try to keep doing and you're not getting all the contact, it's going to happen. And there he is.
Have you made any of the goals that I set for you?
Sir, I'm currently 9-0.
Okay. As the school's AD, I'm very pleased.
Thank you. In fact, I've had 9 commits, all 3 stars so far.
Oh.
Nice. Now,
including 3 O linemen.
I would really like you to go after a 3.5 to 4-star defensive end, if you could, please.
It's a bit late in the cycle.
Well, we'll try for next year. Next year will be fine.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Next year I'm shooting for a 4, or at least a few of them.
And Suds is ignoring the screen.
What's that? No,
He's calling it injury loophole, dipset.
Well, let's do Wilson's stats.
No, we're not going to do Wilson's stats because
Thank you.
I just report one thing?
The trigger is quickly utilized a lot because of stupidity.
He did it to himself in the first 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, he sabotaged himself. The computer crashed.
Wait a second. Let me just say this real quick. He keeps bringing up Russell Wilson and then putting him to Deshaun Watson. Whose team made the playoffs last year? Not Russell Wilson's.
I was just comparing the stats.
You can't compare apples to oranges.
Do we want to do Winston's with Tampa Bay? Because his much better than he averaged over 3,000 yards throwing for Tampa Bay.
And he threw 30 interceptions.
One time. One year he did that. The other year that's facts. I'll put I'll put $5 on it, George, if you would like to, that your quarterback doesn't make it past week 6 before being out with an injury.
Jameis Winston threw 88 interceptions in his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yeah,
years
he's
with
gone.
Tampa Bay.
I booted him. I booted him.
Appreciate that.
I haven't even finished looking up the damn numbers yet.
Oh, I have him in front of me.
Don't.
Please don't.
And first of all, I just looked up something. He wants to keep talking about him in Tampa. Jameis Winston touchdown interception splits are terrible each year. They're not more than 3 to 5 apart. It's not like he has 130 and 30 year. Yeah, one year he had 18 interceptions and he only threw like 22 touchdowns. Okay. And like I said, Russell Wilson had great numbers last year. He played more games than Deshaun Watson. Whose team made the playoff? Not Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and if he wants to go for the past 2 years, Winston's barely gotten a couple hundred yards and thrown 5 interceptions and 4 TDs and 3 interceptions and 2
He doesn't
TDs.
want to come in and have conversation and civil discourse. No, he wants to come in and stir the pot and be brash. He's Skip Bayless.
Oh,
except less civilized and less intelligent. It's okay.
anyone that thinks Winston's starting in the
and I don't
the media boot for weeks.
And I don't pay attention to football, and I know that Jameis Winston is not a good quarterback.
I was going to say,
pay attention to the Browns, and I know that.
The year that Winston threw for 5,000 yards was also his worst completion percentage since he was a rookie.
Yeah, that was the 30-30 year.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, couple 3 stars, 9-0.
It was 9 3 stars. It's going well.
Are you in your first season?
Still in the first season, 9-0. The entire interior offensive lineman is getting rebuilt. I've got center, left guard, right guard, a corner, halfback.
You should put a really good transfer porter package together and try to grab that Manning kid out of Texas. I hear he might be okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Transfer portal is going to be a whole other thing because I've got like 8 guys that are ready to leave.
Are you?
They're just not getting. They're not getting any playing time whatsoever.
Is it so in the dynasty mode? Let me ask you because I looked to see if that game was available on PS4 and
it's not.
It's not. So I have to wait till I get a PS5.
Yep.
To play it.
It's a PS5 only.
It is.
Yes.
It is only PS5 and the most recent Xbox, whatever that one is. It's
Xbox
not even.
One X.
It's not even on PC.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but let me ask you on Dynasty mode, or even in, do they still have the gameplay mode where you can go in and do the rivalry games and the trophies are there? So you can see the history of like the Egg Bowl or the Apple Cup or the Wagon Wheel for Akron and Kent?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't seen anything indicating that it does. The biggest things are Dynasty mode, Ultimate Team, and was it Road to Glory, Path to Glory, whatever it is, where you are one individual player and you go through your career as a college student.
Last time I played NCAA, which was the 2014 version, my high school that I graduated from was actually listed in there.
Nice.
Right.
My understanding is that they've eliminated the thing where you actually play your last year of high school. They just eliminated that completely. So you have a bunch of like mini games that you do to determine how good of a player you are going in as a freshman.
Because in 14 you did a bunch of drills. You played like you essentially would put in, you would play for your high school and you would put in like your team colors and it would auto kind of generate a high school stadium with like your team name and stuff on it. And it would put a random high school.
Yeah.
You'd play in like the national championship against the random high school.
Having a good time. It's harder than I remember. I'm mainly doing Ultimate Team because the number of drills and challenges that they have you do makes you better. So,
Bryce does a lot of those on the Madden, and I mean he's he's getting really good at it, and
Right.
kind of scares me. I'm like, man, I need to step up my game.
I was watching.
He
I
whooped
was
me the
watching
last
it.
time we played. He whooped me good.
I was
mean,
watching
really
a.
good.
I was watching a stream of the NCAA game. Some young streamer kid
Mhm.
went into the lobby, and he's like, "All these old folks talking about how they're gonna whoop up on us young kids." And he's running his mouth, and this dude came in with like Kansas State and beat him like 75-7.
Jesus.
Oh,
My
I mean,
God.
I'll say this: I went into the first game not doing any prep. Like I just went in and I just started playing, and I can tell you right away, I learned real fast when I broke my first run and I'm heading for the end zone, and I hit the juke button to get past the first guy. Juke is no longer L1 R1.
oh, you went in super cold.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
So
Oh,
I hit L1, and suddenly my dude pitched the ball backwards about 20 yards.
oh, oh,
every,
what?
every virtual person in that stadium went, "Huh? No!"
The longest
going the
yard.
wrong
How is
way.
it?
Trust me,
Same
it
old
wasn't,
ECU. Guess we're going home.
it wasn't just the virtual people. Let me tell you.
You guys remember the line from the longest yard? Will you teach me to football?
Right.
Do they?
I was going to say,
No.
how fast did you pause and look at the control and look for controller options?
Honestly, I kept playing, and I'm just like, okay, this is something we're gonna need to figure out.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. So it's good to know. I'll make sure that I look at the controller options.
Do they
before
have?
playing?
So 2014 had a mode where you could play moments in classic games, right? Like any
Yeah,
EA Sports. Do they have something like that in this one?
I honestly don't know. I haven't seen it if they do. So, I mean, my menu though, as soon as you go into like Dynasty or Ultimate Team, that's what your menu's kind of focused on. So you got to go digging to find the other
game
modes.
modes.
Yeah.
Because like on like NASCAR Heat, right? NASCAR Heat has a series of challenges where it's like you can redo the finish between I want to say it was like Denny Hamlin and Matt DiBenedetto from Bristol the one year where Denny Hamlin passed him on the last lap and beat him by like this much. You can do some of like the classic race finishes
Okay.
to kind of
I remember NC2A having stuff like that. I haven't seen anything about that in this year's. I think honestly this year they were just focused on getting the game out because initially they wanted it last year and they just didn't have time. So I think this was just get Dynasty right, get Ultimate Team because that's where you're going to get micro transactions. And then whatever else they could fit in. Adam, I am perfectly happy to do a wheel for you. You just need to give me some parameters. Do you want 1 stars, 1.5 stars, 2 stars? What do you want?
Take out Appalachian State for obvious reasons. You better take out Toledo too.
The fact that Clint got Appalachian State on when I did the wheel for him, that was
hilarious.
even I was just like, oh, just the irony there.
Yeah, that's funny.
So there is a bill that is currently languishing in Congress at the moment, but China passed something similar, and I think we will too eventually. But it eliminates microtransactions in video games.
The downside to that is you're going to see cost of games will go up. And cost of games right now is pretty expensive.
Okay,
dude, but you're paying $79. You're paying $79 for a 65% complete game anyway.
True. You're not wrong.
Rewind because
yes,
so in-app purchases or in-game purchases?
Yes.
Yeah, those are
for-
microtransactions.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All
for
right,
example,
just trying to
yeah.
make sure that's same terminology.
anybody
yeah.
that plays or has a kid who plays Fortnite, you know all about this because there's a million skins that you can buy, and the
Yeah.
skins themselves are fairly
So-
cheap, but literally millions of them get bought. So
They're $1.99 or $10.99 for the skin pack. Well, the next month a new skin pack comes out,
Yeah,
or a
he
new
gets
weapons
one.
pack.
He gets one for his birthday, and that's it.
I get that, but there are millions of kids across the United States. I read a thing on Reddit earlier. It was in Video Game Horror Stories, one of my favorite Reddit things. This dude forgot to turn off the parental advisory thing for app purchases. His kid spent $900 over 3 months buying stuff in Fortnite.
Oops. Yikes.
No, dude.
Yo.
You.
Oh my gosh. That's
Oh man.
well, I mean,
Oh.
okay, Call of Duty will
The
suffer.
kid is
from
just
Adam,
out.
it's already there.
yeah.
There's every season and every half season they introduce a new set of skins. You don't have to get them. And I don't want to turn this into a video game rant because that's
No,
not
please
what the show
do.
is for. But I will tell you the
Dan
big
won't mind.
thing, the big thing that Activision did and continues to do is every season you come out with your new skins. You also come out with 2 to 3 new guns, right? The guns specifically come out overpowered so that anybody that's killing you has this new gun, which means you want to spend your $5 or whatever it is to unlock that gun. Halfway through the season, all of a sudden everybody now has that gun, and we've decided we made this too overpowered, so now we're going to nerf the gun back to everything else. But by the way, here's our new gun that's now overpowered.
Yeah,
They've been doing this for years.
And if you look at like Madden and NCAA, not NCAA, but like NHL, MLB, The Show, everything is just all these video games are packed with so many microtransactions and so much, hey, if you spend $29.99 for the season pass, we'll make sure that you get the latest updates every month. And like, I already spent $79.99 on the video game. So you want me to spend $100 on it?
Yeah, that's a Bryce. The Fortnite thing. He got the Airbender, the Avatar Airbender.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he was on that like it was a religion, and he dominated impressively with it, and got to whatever the dude's like, whatever his magic level is. Forgive my stupidity for Avatar.
It's fine. I don't know Avatar: The Last Airbender either.
But he like hit like the whatever his highest rank is to be the ultimate Avatar. He got it, and he's sitting there using all element powers, and I mean just destroying people. And I'm sitting there going, man, am I glad I ain't playing you? Because and he doesn't have a gun. That's the crazier thing. The dude doesn't have a gun, and everybody else in the game has guns. Nope, not Bryce. Bryce is smoking everybody with the elements of Earth. I'm like, okay, that was pretty cool.
Well, wait,
Okay,
but
I must say,
done.
I actually had to like, I actually watched him like through multiple dinners and was like, this is cool watching my kid kick people's rear ends in.
Go ahead,
real
Zolt.
quick, Adam. So you specifically just want the 1.5 star teams. That's about 40 teams. So that'd be a good wheel. That's a big wheel.
Dude, take
Just
Akron.
making sure.
Take Akron. Get some action going on.
Trust me, there's going to be a lot of MAC teams in there.
Give me Ball State. But the thing, and
But
it's
yeah,
like
that's kind of weird that I mean, in the Crew Motorfest, which is the one game he got for, I think Easter. That one has actually, it's really cool. Is it if you guys know who Supercar Blondie is?
Yes.
She's in the video game
Well,
all
that-
over the place. I
that's-
was like, I mean, I literally saw the billboard as he started up the game, and I went, "Hey, I know her." And Bryce is like, "Who?" I went, "Supercar Blondie." Yes, her voice, likeness, everything is in the actual game. It's impressive.
But
It's
here's the
really
thing.
impressive.
But like the point being, like you pay, say $79.99 for the new Madden, right? You're gonna pay $79.99 for the new Madden, and by the time you're done, by the next summer when the new Madden is coming out, if you are playing hardcore, you're probably gonna spend triple what you spent on the video game for all of the in-game stuff, the card packs, the season pass, all of that. And that to me is ridiculous. It goes back to the conversation on Friday night when I said I got free Guardians tickets. And if I'd have paid full price for everything involved in going to the Guardians game, I'd have spent well over $250 for two of us. For two of us.
Yep.
And I ended up spending roughly about 70 because it was $40 for parking and we spent like $30 on concessions.
No, I mean it's just like Microsoft charging for the Office 365 on a yearly basis. Why? Once I've got it, guess what? I can save it to my PC. I don't need to save it in your cloud and on your system. But yet that's what they want. That's what
They want your
you to do.
information.
That's
You're paying them to data mine you.
which is bull. Like I said, once I got it, I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I don't need you to turn around and have it any. I don't need you to turn around and be monitoring me anymore." No,
I want
thanks.
to go back to
Adobe's
like
getting sued because of that.
Yep.
I want to go back to like 99, 2000. I want to buy a video game for $49.99 and have the whole damn game from start to finish that was developed properly and with that I don't get updates on constantly because they keep building bugs into it. Sorry. I
That's why I
yield my
like,
time, Your Honor.
yeah, that's why I like my SOCOM game.
950.
Doug, whoa. Doug be hitting the
By the
horn.
way, the Pirates are currently 51-49, while the lowly Tigers are 50-51.
Last I heard, Tigers were like, I
Whooping
think it's
on the Indians.
it's like
What?
12 wins out of the last 16 games or something like that.
Yeah. And
They're
a
on a
lot of it coming
tear.
against Cleveland too, unfortunately. Catching us with our pitchers down. Darn it.
I don't. Well, the game Friday night, they couldn't hit. Could not hit, and then it wasn't until like the 8th inning where they had an explosion and went through the entire order and got 6 runs in the 8th and ended up winning 7-0. And then the Pirates came back against the Phillies on Friday
Let's
night.
not talk about that.
We
Let's
can.
not talk about that. We don't have to.
We could talk about O'Neal Cruz's great home run or Rowdy Telez's 3 sack flies. Like we could talk a lot about the Pirates and the Phillies.
Oh,
I was gonna say Pirates fan, and then we got Philly fan.
hey man, look, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it. First of all, I love going to Pittsburgh. I've been there twice now. I've been to PNC Park 3 times. I love it.
Listen, PNC is one of the better parks.
Without a doubt.
PNC, Comerica, Busch Stadium, all some of the best parks in baseball. but the Pirates currently have the player with the best name in baseball, and that's Rowdy Tellez. His name is Rowdy. His God-given name is Rowdy.
Oh, Zolt. I knew Zolt was busy. Putting something together. Oh, man. All right, Adam. Woo, doggy. That is a lot of teams, Zolt. Jesus.
Roll it. Let's see it. Roll.
Zolt, your microphone went out. Turn on your mic.
Oh, not this again.
His damn
Suds is there
microphone-
sabotaging.
I was going to say, Suds is sabotaging.
George, do you remember the last time Zolt's mic went out? I'm not going to say anything else. George, we just sit in the background.
Poor Zolt. He's like, damn it. Damn thing. blowing into the connector like the old Nintendo games. I love it. That's awesome. Nope. He's still ain't there.
No. This is what happens when Adam asked for the wheel. He broke Zolt's mic.
Adam jinxed it.
Poor
Wow.
Suds is in the background sabotaging.
Watch him get Hawaii. Actually, Hawaii wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. He could always get stuck with Ohio.
Zolt, just sign language the whole rest of the show. Come on.
Oh, Toledo would be good. Miami of Ohio would be interesting.
No, Zolt, you gotta go with the baseball signal. Come on.
Do the snot wipe.
I knew that would get you, George.
Spin that beautiful wheel. Gets Texas State. Texas State. Interesting. Texas State. Maybe it's because he had the share screen up. Possibility. Texas State University. Football. Come on. And that is the Bobcats. Actually, not a bad looking, wow. Not a bad looking stadium either. Where's the nice logo. Pretty sweet looking stadium. Nice looking jerseys. I like the color. I like it. I ain't mad at it. That's pretty slick. Adam's like, oh boy. No, it's all right. Looks pretty solid.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah. There you go.
Yay!
Literally just had to uninstall it and reinstall it.
Of course. No, the stadium's pretty nice too.
Yeah, that'll actually help you in game. Having a decent sized stadium, even if you can't fill it right away.
No, but it's still a pretty sharp looking stadium. I mean, the architecture wise, it's pretty cool looking stadium. I like it.
Okay. And just because I had the notes for when I spun the wheel.
That's right.
Texas State Bobcats 1.5 star. They're a 79 you get from having a 79 offense and a 79 defense. Their playbook, they run the veer and shoot.
The what?
The veer and shoot. If y'all remember whatever the hell movie that was about when Marshall had the plane crash and they had to run the veer because they didn't have the players.
Oh, wow.
It's an offshoot of the pistol.
It is.
Okay.
As a defense, they run a 4-2-5. So that tells me you don't have linebackers. I will say this, Adam, you have an 89 overall running back who's a junior.
Ooh.
Ishmael Mahdi is his name. You have an 86 wide receiver who's a senior, Joey Hobart, and your quarterback is an 85 Jordan McLeod. You've got an offense this year, so you actually might do okay. So we'll see. I mean, you losing your quarterback after this year ain't going to help. So we'll see what happens. But then again, you know, if y'all's, I don't think I shared the meme in the show chat because, you know, we got yelled at for talking about it in the Zolt League chat. ECU has a quarterback on their roster. I think it's their fourth quarterback whose overall is 12.
What?
Which I think
is that even possible?
It shouldn't be, not with his ratings. However, it literally had his throwing power as 14.
Hey, according to Suds, that's a 5-star recruit, and it's going to be a future NFL Hall of Famer. So,
and I believe the thing I somebody put a I saw somebody put a meme out about it, and they're like, "Dude, who did you piss off at EA?" Because there ain't no way anybody should be that low. Although to be fair, I redshirted him, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, damn, Derek Carr's even better than that.
Dude, I'm trying to
think.
think.
Better than that.
David Carr's even better than that. Yeah, that's right. David Carr would even be better than that.
Lloyd Carr, when he was a coach, would have been better than that.
Was there any relation between David and Derek and Lloyd Carr?
I don't think so.
David and Derek is, but
no. Yeah, David.
No, I know they're brothers, but
between them and Lloyd,
like,
I don't think so.
But I think like the last name is spelled the same. It's just weird that.
I don't think there was.
Rating of 12. Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah. No, Doug. Wow. It was 312, and that was his weight.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm watching Raw, and Zelina's came out to cut a promo. I don't know if y'all saw, but that girl just earlier in the show, she showed that she was real hood because she pulled the Vaseline out, put the Vaseline all over her face, and I was like, you don't know how to do that unless you're in the hood.
Why should you have a chocolate?
She's got a chocolate because she's gonna beat somebody with it.
Dang.
What is space?
Well, flip flop is chancleta. Chancleta.
Ah, that's.
Okay, Thomas.
Hey, KG.
Kevin.
We got Kevin.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing?
What's happening, Kev?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Right.
I can't hear you. So hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. So how do I get the speaker to come on so I can?
You're already doing better than Suds, so it's fine.
Right.
Trying to figure out how to make the speaker work so I can hear everybody.
I like how Doug's hand is just up over the camera.
Oh, sorry. I was browsing another tab.
What's up, Doug?
What's happening, Kev?
I don't know how to work this. Oops, wrong button.
You're there. Yep, you're there.
I know I'm here. I can't barely hear everybody, but whatever. We'll make it work. Oh yeah. Grab my. Oh, where are they? I don't know where they are.
Use your headphones. Come on.
My wife's is looking for them. Okay, I just got home from work.
You're smarter than this. Be smarter
gonna
than
say,
Suds. It's not
Yep,
hard.
you're doing much
I heard
better than
that.
Suds. Yeah. Sud's computer crashed 5 minutes in. After he was bragging about that he fixed it. Then it crashed. Nope. Ear
What
hair.
did you say?
Ear hair.
What?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna find my headphones.
All right.
Good idea. I was gonna say he'll be all right. I was gonna say at least he's got camera, he's got audio, we can hear him.
That's a nice room. I like that.
Yeah, that's his nice little man cave he's got set up down there.
I'd like to do something like that in that back room, George.
Oh, that would be really cool.
We're doing it. So we're turning that into the D&D room.
Are you?
It'll be a sitting room too, but like it'll be. I got construction projects that I gotta work on.
Right.
I've got to find cheap pallets so that I can take the pallet wood, sand it, and stain it, and use that as the wall.
Just go buy any Rite Aid. Oh, did I say
Where?
that out loud? Oops. So I'm sorry. Did that come out of my mouth out loud?
The one in Wather is
Nope.
shutting down soon.
Yeah. By the end of August, they all will be.
Dixon Newberg already shut down. They were one of the first.
I just want to say, my 6 months expires in like 4 or 5 days here. I don't know what this man is talking about. I do not agree with anything he is saying about my former company. Tune in next week.
I am just
it was too easy, Zolt. You know it was.
Just
It
for
was
Gits and
way too
Shiggles
easy.
now. Just for Gits and Shiggles. I'm gonna have a buddy of mine who does paint schemes for iRacing make me a Rite Aid paint scheme for a Dodge because they're both defunct.
Oh Lord.
Oh my
Now, the current brown color or the original blue and whatever?
We'll use the red, white, and blue that Rite Aid used to use.
Okay.
I'll go find an old 90s. Even better yet, we'll go with Pontiac because, another car company that couldn't make it. Oh my.
What did Pontiac ever do to you?
They made the Sunfire. They made the Sunfire.
Yeah, but they redeemed themselves. They redeemed themselves by making the G6 and
If
the
you've
G8.
never driven, if you've never driven a Sunfire and had the catalytic converter melt down on you when you're 100 miles from anywhere of importance,
We always thought of that in my neighborhood as a chick car. So I'm kind of questioning why you were in one to begin with.
because it was $1,200 and what I could afford after I got my Thunderbird T-boned.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Wheels
Fair
are
enough.
wheels. Yep. The wheels are wheels. That's for sure. Doesn't matter how
Need
bad.
somewhere
they
to get from A to B. That's all that matters.
The first car I ever went out and got a car loan for on my own was the 97 Ford Thunderbird. It was the turbo coupe.
Nice.
Love that car. So it was 2001, so the car was 4 years old. I probably could have got another 10 years out of that car. Hit a patch of black
Those
ice.
were nice.
Hit a patch of black ice. Went sideways. A woman was doing 65 in a 45 and T-boned me. And yeah, that car. It was forest green with a black leather interior. God, I love that car.
Did it have the spoiler?
It did.
That's what made the car cool, because it had a spoiler.
It had the spoiler. It had I dynamated the trunk and the doors so that the subs wouldn't rattle the
Dynamat.
metal.
Oh my goodness. I haven't heard that in a long time. Dynomat. Wow.
Yep. Had we had 4 subs on it and 2 capacitors for the sound system. Made a custom box for the back so that I could still get to the spare tire.
Two
Yeah,
battery drainers with what they were.
Oh God, yeah. Listen, but we used an Optima we had an Optima battery powering the sound system.
Yeah. The yellow top. It didn't matter.
Yep.
You had two battery drainers on there, so you could have had 3 yellow tops and a marine battery, and it still wouldn't have worked.
I mean, I think I replaced that battery. I had that car 6 months, and I might have replaced the battery for the sound system once.
Yeah, I used to install sound systems for Auto Ameristar, and I was the tester, so I would install the amplifiers and all the sub amps and the interior amps, and then I would test them, and then they made us mark them, so when customers would come back and be like, yeah, it don't sound the way it was when you installed it. What you guys do wrong? Like, we ain't do nothing wrong. You guys mess with the dials, so it's not under warranty if you blow it.
I never touched any of the. I had a buddy who worked at Hellraising Audio over here.
Okay.
And he set all the dials and everything. I never messed with them. We had a JBL amp on it.
Okay.
I ran 4 JBL 10-inch subs. The capacitors. I ran an interior amp. Had 4 6x9s, 2 in the rear shelf, 2 in the doors, and then I had 2x2 tweeters in the front.
I remember 6x9s. If you had a 6x9, man, you were it. You know, you were buying top of the line stuff, and then someone came up with the idea of putting 12s in the back, and then there goes the 6x9s. No longer were as popular as they used to be.
I still think you get better sound quality out of a 6x9.
Yeah, because it's already got the built-in tweeter.
I don't even know this guy, and I like him already, George.
Oh, best man at my wedding, actually.
You guys want to hear? So if you guys want to hear funny stories, I have them. Just so you know.
Hold on.
Hey, George.
Zolt's got something real interesting on the screen here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, it's kind of small on the screen.
Oh no.
Yeah, what is that?
That's what she said. But anyway, this was shared to our college football chat by Mr. Farler. Who this is not him playing, but he found it and shared it. So obviously the caption is permission to break the controller has been granted.
Oh.
Intercepted by UK, running the ball back. Oh, he's about to be tackled. And where'd the ball go? It's over here to this guy.
He pulled his lateral. He pulled his Zolt.
Yes.
Wow.
He lateraled it the width of the football field as he's being tackled.
That is some crap.
And he caught that in the back of the crowd.
Yes.
There are TVs that are about to be destroyed. Oh my God.
I would say the game's fixed, but no one's getting paid.
Damn.
I'm gonna say this. Back in my day, Call of Duty has been known to consume a controller or two for me. This game, I've gotten better in the past couple days, thankfully, but I was well on the path because there's some wonky stuff that happens.
That play right there reminds me. There's a call from, I want to say 2017. It might have been like a D1A school, or Double A, but they're playing and it's the end of the game, and you can hear the announcers go nuts because he's like, he lateraled it and kept lateraling it and kept lateraling it. I mean, he goes on and on for about 5 minutes about the laterals down the field for the touchdown. And these poor college announcers who are probably in their early 20s have no public broadcasting experience. These kids are just freaking out. It's great. It was a really good. It was a good call because of the emotion in it.
Right.
But the lateral right there, all I thought of was he lateraled it. It kept lateraling it.
Chuck, I was going to say, I don't think any game would compare to the 10-yard fight.
It's going to take me half a minute to get there. But again, from my buddy Farler, this one actually happened in a game he was playing. And he walked away for a bit after this nonsense.
And you know you're going to get people that
stuff happens. Stuff happens. I mean, that's fine.
There's always a game glitch here and there.
Well, there's glitches and then there's glitches.
Right.
There's two. Kev remembers Twisted Metal glitches. Lots of Twisted Metal glitches.
Yeah. I remember you had the clown that bus or whatever it was, the ice cream truck. Yeah, and you were chasing after me one time.
No.
And you just disappeared. Like we had no idea where you went. You didn't know where you went, and next thing you know, the game was over and I lost. Not sure how that happened, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So this was Steven. He was on defense. Looks like he was using Oregon. He lines up this running back perfectly. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, toast.
Sure he is.
He went through him? Literally went through him. His dude went through what in the Matrix? What kind of
It was a Matrix move. He bent backwards.
He went all the way back.
That's a Matrix bending the knees back. And let the guy go right over him.
Yeah. Like I said, Farler took a break after that.
Yeah, I would. I'm sorry. I would have been reaching for the bottle. Yeah, that ain't right.
Yeah, that's a Matrix move.
Oh, wow. If you know you could pull that move off, good luck. Good grief.
Hey George, you know what this year marks? Let's see how good your memory is.
Outside of 30 years for the Fantasy Football League? No, I don't.
It was 30 years ago this year that me and you met.
Oh, well,
back in 1994.
Hence the Fantasy Football League thing. That's right.
That's being too nice. It's got to be an anniversary of something embarrassing for George. Come on now.
That's crazy.
Oh, I got plenty of embarrassing stuff. What do you want to know? I got plenty.
Whoa.
Just start asking, fellas.
Whoa. Hold on. Mute.
So, George, if I start sharing actual people's memes and TikToks, is Facebook going to shut you down?
I don't think so.
Screw it. We're doing it anyway.
I was going to say, I don't think so. I mean, it's on me reels. Half of them are on the reels anyway on Facebook. So
hang on.
I don't know.
I gotta get
Got
to
me.
it first. Hold, please.
Well, while he's digging that up, we know that Jerry Jones is sitting there and had his day in court today, claiming he is not the father. He's had to revisit that again. Yeah, Sam, I know. You're just like, what?
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Well, wait. What happened? I must have been lost in the shuffle.
Oh, really? Let me bring that up. Yeah, because that's why he had to be delayed for the whole Cowboys whatever meet and greet and thing for practice. Oh geez. Now oh man, stupid mornings. Get out of here. Get out. Get out.
I want to hear a story, Kevin, about a time George showed his ass and made a fool of himself.
Oh,
I do that on this show. What are you talking about?
No, you're more reserved here.
Well, we have
wow.
to be. We have to be. Remember that?
I'm trying to think because I'll be honest with you, George doesn't um, open his mouth without thinking. He's never been the type to just say something and not choose his words carefully. So
Like
I
Suds.
can't really. Yeah, he's nothing like such. I
Yeah.
can't really pinpoint a time where he like made himself look bad, but I can share a time like um when his dad was a character, okay? And this was around the time when I was playing chess like every day, 6-7 hours a day. The guy that lived across the street from me, he was a grand national champion, and he taught me how to play and told me when I beat him, he would never play me again. I beat him. He never played me ever again. We went over to George's house, and I think his parents just got back from some trip. I want to say Mexico or someplace. And
Yeah,
his
the
dad had
Caribbean
this
trip.
crystal. Is that what it was? Caribbean?
Yeah, yeah, that was.
And he
Yeah, the glass.
he
chest
bought
set.
the glass, right? It was a glass. It was a glass
It was a
chessboard.
glass set. Yeah.
What are you doing?
And I said, "Oh, that's a nice chessboard." That's all I said. I wasn't trying to
Don't throw it
challenge
away.
nobody. George's dad goes, "Well, come on, let's play a game." And George says, "Dad, you don't want to play him." And so I
warned
didn't
him.
know how persistent George's dad was. I had no idea. It was probably like my second or third time meeting his dad. And he said, come on. George says you're some chess king. Come on, sit on down. And I said, okay. George says, Dad, you don't want to do that. So I said, George, I promise I won't be long. The whole point of me going over to George's house that day was so we could play Raiders of the Lost Ark because it just came out. And I sat down. I checkmated George's dad in probably 7 moves. And I
Not
said,
once, not twice.
probably 6 times.
At least 3 in the first 15 minutes.
And he just kept wanting to play. Oh, no, come on. No. We'll do it again.
Yeah,
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. I'm sitting there going, yep, this ain't going to take long. Oh, he did it again. Oh, damn. Yeah.
George went upstairs and started playing the game without me. And before you know it, it's like going on midnight. George comes back downstairs, says, come on, I'm taking you home.
It's like, all right, you've had enough fun. My dad's like, yeah, next time. It's like, no, just
nope.
Just take the butt whooping and just surrender already.
I'm hoping there's sound to this, but I can't guarantee it.
Turn the sound on. Top right.
There it is. There we go.
Places. It's tough, but you can try it. You find your voice. I asked my doctor about Cosentix. Take on HS differently with Cosentix. Real people solve it relief after 16 weeks. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and increased risk of infections. Some fatal will occur. Tell your doctor if you have or symptoms at a vaccine or plans to provide any symptoms develop or worsen. Take on HS.
Wow.
Knowledge about Cosentix. Enemy syndrome outdated.
It's funny that
that's funny.
it's funny that they referenced the North Arkansas Community College because I saw a meme that said I'm going to take a job as Alabama head coach, go 4-8 for 3 years, get fired, get everybody down to 2 stars, then I'm going to take a job as Arkansas State and then go beat Alabama.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's great.
I mean, that game's got to have the quintessential college sports moment when that stupid dog from Georgia thought he was gonna bark at Bevo, a 1,400-pound steer, and that steer said no way, and it charged him. That set the tone for that Sugar Bowl that year. I was a happy man that night.
Meow.
Listen, Zold, I know you play the game, but just do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go play Washington as Texas and just like beat them like 102-4 for me. Like turn all of the AI stats down and just run the score way the hell up.
I'll see if I can make that work.
Like I know you're a man of principle and a man of character. I, however, am not, and I am petty.
You want it to be legit. I understand.
So, Sam, to catch you up on, there's a woman who claims that Jerry Jones is her father. It's a true Maury Povich real life story, like real. And he's like, no, it's not. And so that's what
Is your mom Consuela his maid?
I thought Jerry was just trying to find something to get him out of having to answer more contract stuff between Dak, Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah, sorry, Kevin.
Too.
I am the dark humored smartass of the group now, so I apologize.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
We got the smartass part right.
I said dark humored.
I know
Well,
that.
I mean, we know about the dark, but is Aaron Rodgers with you too?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Oh God.
Just wondering if he was sharing the space with you.
How
Ain't sharing
did
space
Aaron
already.
Rodgers come into this?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is finding his dark place so he can hide. And
Oh no, I'm dark humored. Dark humored.
Okay. Like I said, just thought I'd check just for S&G factor.
Listen, you're setting me up for one-liners that I would feel bad saying right now. Because I don't know Kevin, and you said dark, and I was like, he might be with Kevin.
Wait a minute. Why is this guy in the bottom of the screen look like Matt Stafford after he retires?
That is.
Oh, that's funny.
That is the meth version of Matthew Stafford, the Temu version of Matthew Stafford, if you will.
So
Say the weird thing.
This is legit. Just the random names that are popping up for recruits in this game.
Okay.
Second.
I mean, look at the one that is on the screen first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm a Philly fan. I know exactly that.
Yeah, it's like baseball guys being in football games. Okay.
Mark McGuire is a 6'4" African American out of Miami. That's
Jose Burrow, BJ
BJ.
Queen,
BJ
BJ Queen, Bernie
Bernie
Sanders.
Sanders. These can't be real. These are not real. There's no way.
Exactly. Oh, my God.
Chocolatey?
Oh,
Go
there
back.
it is.
That's it.
There it
Chocolatey?
There it
These,
is.
these are not real.
That's not real. There's no way.
Hey, that's good. That's a good one, though.
Major
Oh.
Mojo.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Did
yeah, I was
Keith
going to
Gill
say,
write the names
where's
for
Major
this?
These
Malfunction?
can't be real. These can't be real.
N-word.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeff Epstein. Okay.
that there's no way these are real.
Okay,
No.
I can tell you right now there's a 1-star recruit in my game who is chocolatey. That's his last name.
Okay, but
That's
there's no way that Jeff
hilarious.
Epstein is in the
But
game.
some of those are just ridiculous.
It is a list of first names, a list of last names, and it's random. That's what it is.
Wow.
That's
God
crazy.
bless.
That was hilarious. I
I
thought the Matthew Stafford joke was the highlight of that. And then we get all those names.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys want to tour the man cave?
I like the
Yeah,
finish
Bruiser.
that you have on the wall. What color stain is that?
So this house was built in 52. It has this. I'll show you the ceiling. The ceiling is like all. It has. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But it's all wood. It's all. I didn't do any of the wood work.
Is it wood paneling?
Yeah, on the walls is paneling, but knotty pine. That's what it's called. The ceiling is
Okay.
all knotty pine, and I have so that Lions board or whatever. I won that at a raffle. We were trying to leave, and I almost left. My wife told me to stay, and as I was packing up my stuff to leave, the guy said, "Hey, numbers, whatever." And I looked down, like, "Oh, that's me. Sweet. I hate to take a gift and run, but bye." So I won that. I bought this Chicago Bears jersey for $30, simply because it has my last name on it, and then that's the year my son was born. I don't know who the guy is. Have no clue. But whoever I bought it from, he sent me another autograph photo. I guess he thought I was related to the guy because he saw my last name on a mailer, and I think he just was like, "Here, boom, there you go." And then I got Willie Hernandez, Jack Morris, Joe Dumars, and Matthew Stafford jerseys. And then at the top, I have a very unique collection of football 8x10s. How do I flip these around? All right, so if you look, these are Detroit
Wait, go
Lions
back. Was that
players.
Big Cat Ernie Ladd I saw?
Who?
Go back to the right.
That
Right
one?
there. That looked like Big Cat Ernie Ladd for a second.
Nope, that's Stan Campbell.
To the left of Stan Campbell.
That's
Right
Jerry Perry.
Okay.
Then that there is Eugene Gedman. His autograph is so rare. They sent me a letter of authentication to show that it's a real autograph. That took 45 days to get. They send you like a little card. So like on this one, that's Bobby Lane, that's Jack Christensen, and you see they gave me like a little card to show that it was authentic. Well, they gave me that on the spot when JSA was in town, and so they said it was authentic. But because this guy is so rare, because he died in his 40s, so all these autographs you see, the 8x10s, I found them in my attic when I bought the house.
Oh wow. You need a picture of Big Cat Ernie Ladd up there.
I don't have him. I don't think I do.
Only-
Ernie Ladd?
Ernie Ladd, the only football player to ever be inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame and the NFL Hall of Fame.
Who did he play for?
Oh, he played in the 60s. Let me look it up. I don't remember, but I will look it up for you.
I still have this, George.
Chargers.
Oh,
Played
the
for the
Gallagher.
Chargers.
Yeah, I still got that piece of crap jersey. Here's my bar. I built the bar. Excuse the mess, but I built this bar.
It's a nice setup.
But
Well,
the
George, I
Kevin-
got to get going here. I got to bring in
Kevin-
the cat and get her bed and everything else for tomorrow morning.
No problem, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Doug.
Kevin,
I was
Good to
gonna
see
say,
you.
hopefully,
Kevin Zolt, I'll see you guys at the draft,
Yep.
if not
See you in a
sooner.
couple weeks.
Yep.
He played for the Chargers, Kevin.
Okay, I'll see if I can find him. I'll add him to the list. I got a lot of autographs.
He's dead, but you
That's
might be
the-
able to find some stuff. He died
Oh,
in
I'm sure I'll
07.
find some. Okay, I'll see what I can find. I'm always adding stuff to my autograph collection. So this is
I want to get Sam here a nice little like Roberto Clemente something to put right there next to his Eagles stuff.
Sam's like, hey, I'll take anything. It's free.
Dude, it's one of my favorite baseball cards that I own.
Is Roberto Clemente?
Yep.
He's on my hat. The kids got me last year. The Cooperstown collection was the 30-year anniversary of the tearing down of Three River Stadium. So they did the Three Rivers hat for the Cooperstown collection last year for Pittsburgh. And the kids got me that for Father's Day
Wow.
with Roberto Clemente's signature on the back that you stitch in.
nice.
Like,
Nice.
yeah. I wore my Pirates gear to the Guardians game on Friday night. People are like, hey, the Pirates. And I was like, yeah, go Pirates. I know we're playing the Padres, but, you know, I'm just here for the hot dogs and baseball. I really don't care who's playing.
Yeah, right.
I have a very important to ask about baseball stadiums, though. Very important
What's
question.
that?
When did they
Dude.
take onions away from the concession stands?
Mm.
You can't get onions for a hot dog anymore.
So
You're in
so
Ohio, right?
onions and relish aren't in the containers right there?
No, not anymore. Ketchup and mustard. That's it.
Maybe that's how they can afford to have Dollar Dog Night.
Not
a bag of onions at Aldi's is $1.59, Zolt. Okay?
Exactly. You lose 59 cents.
I'm going to
Yeah,
fight
man.
you in a second.
inflation, man. Come on.
Wow.
I work for Kroger, so I'm staying out of this. I don't have anything to say.
But, like, for real, you get your lukewarm hot dog, you get your flat beer, you put your stadium mustard on it with your onions, and you sit there in a cheap seats and you eat your hot dog, you drink your crappy beer, and the sun is never brighter, the grass is never greener, and the sky is never bluer.
Okay, can I put my 2 cents in?
Sure.
I'll tell you why they don't have onions. This is my theory. Don't quote me on this or make this fact. I'm just giving you an educated theory based on the business that I'm in.
If you say food allergies, we will fight.
Ooh, I'm allergic to onions. I'm 6 feet 230. We can go blow to go, brother. I'm just saying.
I'm 5'8" and a wuss. I don't fight fair.
Oh my
That's
God.
fair enough to know. That's fair enough to know. But I think the reason would be, honestly, is because one, you got to follow certain food safety guidelines, and because it's a
since
perishable
COVID.
food. Yeah, it's one of those foods, man, that you got to keep it.
Come on, man. They used to put nachos and ice cream in plastic helmets. I don't want to hear about food safety. I don't go there to eat safe food.
Yeah,
I
I was
go
gonna
there to
say,
eat
even
crap
at the
food.
Crushers game, there's no relish, or you're right, it's just strictly the ketchup and mustard.
I go there to
That's
possibly get a case of botulism and diarrhea the next day. I don't go for food safety.
Sam's about to lose it.
I can't listen. When I'm on a show with Bruiser, I just sit here for the entertainment. It's just hilarious. This is great. But he's right, though, because in Philly, they do the same thing now.
Okay.
It's the same thing in Philly.
Must be an MLB thing.
Just minus the onion.
No.
Minus the onion. Last Red Wing game I went to, I got onions on that dog. I mean, but I didn't eat it. I'm just saying.
But the arenas have got to be different, because the if you go to like a Monsters game at the Q in Cleveland, or because we go twice a year out to Pittsburgh for the Penguins when you know we can afford it. Good Lord.
Who's the producer on this show? Look this stuff up. Why can't you get onions on your hot dogs?
Oh, I'm the reason. Hold on.
You're the producer, man.
Hey,
I'm not the producer.
You're
the one.
I'm the stats guy. Bruiser's the research department.
I'm the research department.
No wonder we never get
get to
information.
researching. Answer your own question. What kind of crap is this? You're the research guy, and you're asking questions and you don't have answers?
I could Google it and find the answer, but I was bringing it up as a point of conversation.
I would like.
And you should have
something on the screen.
PowerPoints.
Hold on.
What's going on the screen? Sorry.
What in the blue hell?
Here
Has that Alabama say 17?
They're ranked 17th at 5-6.
Wow.
How?
An 8-3 Auburn, who's ranked 20.
Realistic.
Oh, what?
That's realistic. That is absolutely realistic.
No Alabama bias whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's completely realistic.
Yeah. Wow.
They'd still be in the playoff, too.
So that way, give them the national title.
Just give it to them. It's done.
Right.
Yeah, it's done. It's a done deal.
They're 2-5 in their conference.
Okay. That's fine.
Hey, George, don't forget to send me that picture we talked about. All right.
Yep,
So-
absolutely will.
There's no answer for this, and apparently it's all MLB stadiums, all of them. There's no answer. This upsets me.
I can tell.
Like they didn't even make up an answer for you?
No.
They said, let's just piss Bruiser off. We're not going to serve onions. He'll like that.
Listen,
that's about it.
It doesn't take a lot to piss me off. Like I will. It's fine. I got mad today because the kid at Chipotle put the wrong kind of salsa on my burrito and they had to remake it.
This is
the
how
fact
conversation
that
went.
you admit that it was a kid and you still got mad, that's funny.
This is how the conversation went. Okay, Bruiser's going to come to a game this year. We need to make sure we get rid of all the onions. But what if he goes somewhere else? You're right. Everybody has to lose the onions.
It's going back to like four. I just checked, and like one of the Reddit posts that pops up is from like 4 years ago. Yeah, chopped onions at Dodger Stadium. Yeah, right there.
So it says that the worker at the register said it was because they weren't popular enough.
Then buy them in the
Wow.
little
I don't know
packets.
if I believe that.
I don't believe that.
I think it's a cost thing. It has to be a cost issue because with onions, you can't just buy like say 2 pounds. You have to buy in such a large quantity that the stadium is
But it,
probably wasting
but,
more than they were using.
but
I
they're
can
coming in
understand that.
2 pound. They're coming in already pre-chopped in 2 pound bags.
Yeah, but you probably have to buy a minimum case to get it delivered. It's not like you can say, "Oh, just give me
Sure.
one
Oh
case
no.
that has
I get
4
it.
bags."
I
You
get
probably
it.
got to buy like 5 cases, and if they don't go through those 5 cases, what happens to them? They throw them out. So there's
Hey,
the food
Speedway
cost.
can make money doing it. Why can't MLB stadiums?
Well,
I can't argue with
first
you.
of all,
As much I want to argue, but I can't.
here's the problem with that freaking Reddit post being from Dodger Stadium. That's not a good stadium to use because half the concessions are never really used much because half the fans don't go till the 5th inning anyway.
Hey,
So what?
listen, just give LA something, all right? At least
For them something, we gave them a $700 million megastar. They don't need anything else. They don't need anything else. And now they're trying to put a package together to get Garrett Crochet and Luis Robert from the White Sox. They don't need anything else, okay? They get everything.
doesn't last
Sir.
very long. It's LA.
Sir, you are
Like,
dangerously
hey,
close to actually discussing sports on this show. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to ask you to stop.
We're gonna need you. We're gonna need you to tone it down a little bit.
Boot me. Give me the such treatment. How dare I talk sports?
As Eddie Izzard once said, "You're British. I need you to tone it down a little bit."
Oh,
And of course, when other stuff goes in LA, they're all weight conscious. They're all weight.
Listen, you go to the Indian Stadium, right? You go to Guardian Stadium, you go to Progressive Field, you go to PNC Park. They all have kitschy local restaurants putting shops in at the stadium. I don't want, if I wanted Barrio Tacos or I wanted Primani Brothers, I'd go to Primani Brothers in Pittsburgh. I'd go to a Barrio here in Cleveland. I don't want that at the ballpark. I want a crappy hot dog. I want crappy nachos, and I want
the brat.
I want a brat. I want that ice cream sundae that's gonna make me see Wilford Brimley when I close my eyes, yelling diabetes. That comes in the little helmet. That's what I want.
Oh man!
Don't forget your $18 beer.
George, I have an announcement.
Exactly.
To make. I think I need to add this Bruiser guy to my most liked, unknown, what he's gonna say next, guys. This guy is hilarious, bro. Like, where did you find him?
I am,
Oh,
sir. I am
it's a
just.
long story.
We don't know him. He just shows up every
He
week.
just shows up. He's like that stray cat that keeps coming back.
in the damn link to the show.
They fed me, petted my belly one day, and I just kind of I just keep rolling around. I'm like, whatever.
He's like the stray cat that no one feeds. He just keeps coming back.
Well, first of all, one thing I will say, Bruiser, about Primani Bros, I've been there twice now. And after twice being there,
It's not that great. It's not that great.
It's not. You know what it is? It's a damn tourist site. That's what it is. It's
Yes.
a thing to draw in tourists. It is not. There is
If you want it,
So
there's a spot. There's a spot in downtown Pittsburgh. It's over in the art district. It's called Siena Mercado, and you can get the thing I always get when I go there because their specialty is meatballs, and the thing I always get is the gyro meatballs. So it's like gyro meat in meatball form on top of French fries, just slathered in tzatziki sauce. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, so fun fact, I'm trying to plan a trip there when the NFL draft is there in 2026, I think I'm just going to need to go find that place now.
It is on. If you come over the Clemente Bridge
Which
into
has
the
been under
art,
construction both times I've been there.
but it's
I know what
over
you're
the
talking about.
Clemente Bridge it's on the same road that the Penguins arena, the new igloo is on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good restaurant. George, what are you doing? What?
I mean, even I know you slap your microphone to stop it working before you go.
Oh man,
mess
Kevin
with it.
left.
Ah,
Tell him I like
That's
him,
it.
and I'm sorry
That's
if I
it.
offended him at all.
Got to end the show.
I like that dude. I want to meet that dude.
it's not a problem. I can make that happen.
Okay.
George.
Okay. No. Bruiser cannot come to my aces because there are receipts. I'm not prepared for that.
Touche.
What? There are
Touche.
receipts.
That there are receipts that Bruiser owes me, and I'm not in a position to collect, nor will I ever be.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's here for entertainment?
It's okay. We're gonna keep it that way. It's fine. It's fine.
I could come hang out. I mean, I'll make fun of you. It's fine, but like,
I can handle that.
I'm not gonna hit you.
You say that now. There's a few weeks still before now and then, and there's a lot of football chat coming up.
I got 2 weeks off from NASCAR because of the Olympic break. I don't have it like
You got nothing.
I got
Oh my
nothing.
god, that's right.
You
yeah.
you need to buy a PS5.
Oh my god, you need something. Holy crap!
I got nothing.
Wow.
I got baseball.
Yeah,
I could watch the Pirates.
I was gonna say, I mean, is there anything in the Olympics like this year that's like? I know they always throw like one off the wall thing.
Rugby is an
No.
Olympic sport this year.
That'd be entertaining. Are they going to take the fun? Are they going to take the fun out of it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a lot like soccer in the Olympics, where the girls are ripping each other down by the hair and elbowing each other in the throat. Like, I watched the qualifier match between the U.S. women's rugby team, and man, them girls are vicious. They're coming for blood. Because last I saw in the Olympic preview, the favorites for the gold in women's rugby were the Americans and the Americans, the Australians, and the New Zealanders.
I would think that the Aussies would be a strong. Yeah.
I always like watching the Olympic wrestling and the weightlifting competitions because those are fun to watch. Katie Ledecky is swimming again this year, so that'll be interesting to watch. Like, I'll watch the Olympics because they're fun, and I'll watch the opening ceremonies. I still think London's from 2012 is probably the best opening ceremonies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this floating down the river thing works.
Hey, when you play Chariots of Fire and have Mr. Bean out there doing it, I'm in. Sam is looking at me like he doesn't know who Mr. Bean is.
I'm just sitting here.
There's Kevin. He's back.
I don't know. I got booted off. I just thought y'all was playing Who Killed Kenny with Who Killed Kevin. I don't know.
Nope.
I told George I got to come up to Michigan to meet you and hang out with you.
Oh, dude, I would love that, man. I'll take you to some real Coney Islands where you'll probably die eating it. I think you'll love that.
Listen, I'm a fat
There's
kid. I
onions
like
on
it.
those hot
Fine.
dogs.
What'd
There's
you say,
onions on
George?
those hot dogs. There's
Oh
onions
yeah,
on those
they
hot dogs.
load them. They
They
load them
load
with
the
onions.
onions on them.
So,
Yep, they load them.
so George, if Bruiser does come up, who are we gonna have? Who are we gonna pair him with to assist them with their draft?
Yes.
Richie.
Jamie.
I don't think Richie would that wouldn't fly. Gary.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary. When the Dallas Cowboy fan who picked all the Philadelphia Eagles this year,
Yes.
That
Are
was
you-
hilarious.
that was still
Hold on.
mind
I have a
blowing.
question. Are you setting
That was
me up to get
hilarious.
embarrassed?
No, we're setting Gary up.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
setting
okay.
Gary up. Yeah, it's a Gary setup.
I don't mind being the butt of the joke as long as I am
No.
in on the joke to begin with.
Oh, you'll be. Yeah,
No,
we totally set you
Gary.
up. We'll let you know.
Gary is how old is Gary? He's like 50 something, 60.
Nicest guy in the world.
He
Mhm.
Nicest.
challenged a 20-year-old.
Yes.
I heard about
And
this
push-up.
push-up contest
Yes.
Mhm.
This was
and
the.
lost.
I tried my best. To talk him out of it. I said, "Look, dude, I was in the Army. I was an airborne ranger. I jumped out of perfectly good planes, and I was an MP. You can't do 15 push-ups." "Oh, yes, I can. I can do 60." I said, whoa.
Whoa, easy.
You really don't understand what you're saying. So him and Richie had this challenge, and just so happened Richie's team and Gary's team played each other. I think it was like week 7 or something, maybe
Yeah,
week 10.
Week 9. It was week 9.
Was it week 9? Yeah, I knew it was somewhere in between there.
Also, ironically, the week that Dallas played against Philadelphia as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
Gary is a
that
big
was
Dallas
hilarious. Yeah, and I think Dallas lost that game pretty good.
It's cool that you
So,
were an MP. My uncle was an MP.
So I got suckered into that. I'm gonna tell you I got suckered because this was during boot camp that I signed up, and I didn't know what I was signing up for. They just called people up and said, "You want to sign up for an assignment that you're going to be doing when you get done with your basic training." And like my buddy got up, so I got up behind him. It's like, if he's doing it, I'm doing it. And that's when I learned the term "you never volunteer," because you don't know what you're volunteering for.
My uncle was an MP, and he got right out of boot camp and went right over to Desert Storm in '91.
Yep, I was over there in '96, half of '96. I came home in June of '96, and then when I went back, is when they shipped me over. I was there for about a month, and then I came back home.
So breakdancing
I saw
is an Olympic sport.
You know, they really.
Huh?
I can understand
What?
it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. However, they have rhythmic gymnastics. This is a more okay.
What is handball? What the heck is handball?
Handball is like racquetball minus the rackets.
Yes.
That is dumb. That just sounds dumb.
It's been an Olympic sport for a while. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Some of these I understand. However, like, I'm willing to give breakdancing a shot. I see how it goes. My daughter played sevens in rugby. That gets pretty brutal. You know, field hockey has been an Olympic sport for a while. If you can make badminton an Olympic sport, the Chinese win every 4 years. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with most of these. I'd be interested. You know what? I'm gonna go for the next 2 weeks since NASCAR is on a hiatus. Instead of being the NASCAR correspondent, I'm going to go to official Olympic correspondent.
So what is athletics?
Oh man,
What is athletics?
The Olympics will never be the same. Bob Costas, look out! Here comes Bruiser.
I'm gonna need some
Look at
pad
the look on
credentials.
Zolt's face. The look on Zolt's face is awesome.
No, I'm actually. Kevin posed a question. I'm trying. Did they like rename track and field athletics?
I think so.
Because that's what I was looking for. I don't see track and field on here, but they got athletics and they got a guy running. So is that what they're calling the shotgun and all that stuff? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't have an issue with any of these. I just want to know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's athletics? Like
They renamed it from track and field to athletics.
Okay, whatever. Sure. Because they got running in there. I saw running, if I'm not mistaken. So
the pentathlon
running is in there. Well, that says modern pentathlon, sir.
Oh, there's a triathlon right there. Whoa! Wait a minute.
What? I didn't see that. I could be an Olympic athlete. Trampolining? Oh my
God.
Trampolining.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. We're now starting.
Really?
Hey, we're going to start the campaign
that
now.
Sounds like a Jamie word.
George, we're going to start the campaign now. Bruiser for the 2028 Olympics. I will be 46. I can break my back and die on the Olympic stage. It'll be awesome.
Trampolining sounds like a Jamie word, George.
Trampolining. I can do that thing where I go to jump and try to do the backflip, and my legs hit, and then my knees lock, and then they buckle, and I collapse on myself like the Wicked Witch getting the house dropped on her.
Just throw bowling in so I can get Bryce there.
Bowling was an Olympic sport.
It's in there. It's in there.
Bowling's in there.
Yeah, bowling's in there. Scroll up. Scroll up, producer.
No.
It was.
Boxing.
Oh, that's boxing.
Hey, American. Oh, no, that's football.
Soccer.
No, that's soccer, technically.
Trampolining. Breakdancing and trampolining.
Hey, surfing and skateboarding are Olympic sports now.
Well, surfing and skateboarding actually have been for a little while.
I think the last three Olympics.
X Games, yeah. Since the whole X Games thing has become more solid, they were like, yeah, we better include that. So they're like, yeah, we want to get, more eyes on us. So the Olympic Committee went, sure.
Golf is an Olympic sport. Field hockey is an Olympic sport. When are they going to grow a pair and let lacrosse be an Olympic sport?
Oh, it should be. It definitely should be.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch dudes and girls like barbarians bludgeon each other.
Bludgeon.
Bruiser for trampolining in 2028.
2028 Olympic team. We're going to do it.
Make sure you get a life insurance policy before that.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
You got a life insurance policy yet?
Not yet. Listen.
I got a real good agent.
I need to look into USADA and the Olympic rules, because if I have fake knees and a fake hip by that time, I need to know if they're performance enhancing or not.
Olympic sport.
I thought maybe you were gonna I thought maybe you were going to check and see if the rules permitted the net to be around the outside of it.
It has to be. It's the only way to trampoline. It's like being in a steel cage match.
What has happened?
Yes.
What
Backyard
has
wrestling at
Yeah,
its
I kind of
finest.
look at that as like I look at that as
Well,
like having
Kelly,
the
just showed
bumpers on
Kelly
bowling.
this. I just showed Kelly this. She goes, "What has happened to the Olympics?"
Hold on. Listen, Kevin, I don't need you to disparage my athletic ability. I need those bumpers there because if they're not, the ball is going into the next lane.
Kelly even said, "What happened about bowling?" Yep, see, she's on board with bowling.
I think so. They took baseball and softball out of the Olympics
Yes,
for
they did.
a few years, and I think they're trying to move sports in and out now.
Well, they eliminated out the baseball because everybody's playing baseball, and they don't want to. They couldn't gain the interest to keep all of those big name players to come over to play during the Olympics when they're in their baseball seasons. So
Yeah.
but see, that's why I think it should be it should totally be amateur status anyway. You know, ever since everything changed to be the pros, they're like, well, we're gonna put the pro guys in. It's like, well, now all the people who were like the amateur status, it's like, well, we lost out our chance.
NBA, the basketball used to be all collegiate players. It wasn't until the mid 80s that they started introducing professional players. So they had it at that point. I don't know what made them go away from it and not be universal with it.
Right. It's it's odd.
Oh, hey. Last week, Zolt brought up that butterfly effect thing. And we went off the air, and I was watching a 30 for 30, and I thought of one, and I think I posted it in the group. But what if Len Bias hadn't died?
Dude.
Len Bias.
That's a good one.
Think of Len Bias versus
Jordan. There would be no Jordan.
I don't think so either.
There wouldn't be a Jordan. We would know him, but he wouldn't be at the star level that he is today because Len Bias would have gotten all of those endorsements. Len Bias would have gotten all those big contracts. He would have been the guy to everyone idolize. Yeah. There would not. Jordan wouldn't be what we know him to be today.
Well, the other one
That's a good one.
The other one I said last week on the air was what if Jordan hadn't signed the Nike shoe deal?
Oh, and he signed with Adidas?
No, when he signed with Nike.
No, but he's saying,
you know what I'm saying?
He would have signed with Adidas instead.
It just the way that where Jordan got the 4% or whatever it was from Nike.
Oh, what his mom negotiated?
Yes, if he hadn't signed that deal. I don't think the Jordan brand is as popular as it is.
I think it would have been. He just wouldn't have gotten this much money. He would have been, as Prince say, the joke's on Madonna. No, not Madonna. What's that girl name?
I mean, like not.
I know what you're saying.
At all, like he didn't sign with Nike.
If he didn't sign anything.
Nope.
Oh no, Nike wouldn't be where it's at. No way. No, there's no way they would have the notoriety that they have, and have the There's no shoe out there that I can think of that when a new release comes out, there's a line wrapped around the block of people waiting to spend.
I will agree with you,
$300 and $400.
I will agree with you, but I'll say there's one shoe that is as popular to sneaker people.
What's that?
The classic Run DMC shell toes, the old 3-stripe shell toes from Adidas.
Yeah, but no one's standing outside to buy them.
No. I'm not saying that they're around the block to buy them, but I'm saying that they still are a popular shoe.
They're very popular. They're very popular. I wouldn't get caught dead in them, but they're popular. I'm just saying.
Sir. The most comfortable pair of shoes I own.
I'm a Puma guy. I like my Pumas.
Sorry, we can't be friends.
Pumas are very comfortable for me. Well, I've been kicked out of other friends' houses better than you.
George,
I like this guy.
I understand there were no rails for this show.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
There wasn't a rail from the word.
Hold on. When we get Zolt, when we get off the air,
the producer's talking. The producer's talking. Hush, hush. Continue, Zolt. Producer.
Zolt's the stats man.
I'll hit this damn red button. I don't care.
Zolt, when we get out of here, stick around for a minute. I have to tell you a story about the boy child.
Okay, just for a minute, or two, because it's already late.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, we're getting up past Zolt's bedtime, so
yes.
And
mine.
Sam, yeah, Sam's too.
I want to say thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to be on your prestigious show. Normally, I'm a spectator. I really appreciate you guys spending the time with me, and thank you.
I'll see you in a
happy
couple
to have
weeks.
you.
I'm gonna come up with George. I'm gonna come hang out. I'm gonna come up here for the MI Aces draft. I'm just gonna drive up with George.
Less than
Do
4
it,
weeks.
man. Come on.
Yeah.
We're having it. We're having it at my place, George.
To be determined.
All right, let me know.
Everybody who did tune in tonight, Suds with technical difficulties. He's saying, if somebody let me back in, I'm like, dude, I never saw you. So I have no idea where the hell he was. But Sam, Birds of the Gridiron, thank you very much for jumping in with us tonight as well. Kev, great seeing you and having you on. It's nice to have you on for a show. We got to do it again, definitely. And Pop's definitely tuning in from above. Love you, big guy. You guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Do I